Hello, welcome to our Wednesday webinar. Today you're going to see how to plan a living room cupboard with glass doors and also inlay fronts like you see here. All right, so first of all, we click on File and we save this project. So we go in a project folder and save it, webinar living cupboard with door. So we save it and starting a new project. So on the beginning, in this case, we can turn off the room and we turn on the dimensions and smart clicks, but we don't need the green arrows. So we click on a red eye, on a eye and turn off the smart clicks. And yeah, now we are starting. So we have 4 cabinets and we start with the bottom one and we click on the smart click for the cabinet and change the distance left to 250 and the width of the cabinet will be 1000 millimeter and the height is 800. So we click on the dimension for the height. The window is opening on the bottom left corner and we type in 800. So this is all right. And we need to change, click on the cabinet tab, and we need to change the plinth. And here we go on beneath cabinets and we let the side passing, so between sides. So yeah, you see now the side is passing and we take off the checkbox of the plinth legs, then they are disappearing. Okay. Now the back is all right. It's a groove. That is good like this. And we are continuing with the division. And therefore we go here to the division tab. And here we add a vertical. And we let the horizontal and vertical passing like we have it now. So then we go to the interior tab. And here on the left side, we will add 2 adjustable shelves. So, and you see the shelves are here to the edge bending, and we want to have an inlay door. That's why we need to set up an offset, and therefore we go here on this smart click for the left area, click on here, and here we open the setting menu. If we click on the symbol and the setting menu is opened, and here you see we can set up the offset for the parts or the offset for the interior. So here we type in 25 and save it. Yeah. You can also do it if you click here again. You can click here offset, not offset divider, that's here offset interior. When we click on here, you see it's also 25. I will make it to 30 and confirming it. So now I also need to let you know something important. Therefore, we go to the glass view. So you see here the row of holes. They keep on the same place. So now you do have the opportunity also to click on here and open the setting menu. And if you scroll down, you see here a row of holes distance front is -1. Always when you have -1, the value is coming from the main setup. And that is on here. Yeah, if you click here and go here in the setting, that is where you set up the row of folds. So I just put it here next to each other. So yeah, here's a row of folds. You have distance bottom, top, front, and back. And here you see it's always a -1. That means the value of the setting of the row of folds is overtaken also in this area. And when you type in here distance front 30 and we save it, and this we can close, then you see here you also get the offset. We actually, I made a mistake. It's even shorter, the distance. We need to click here. I just check it here again. Go here in the setting, because before it was 45, 37, and now it's 7 mm less. So we click here again and go in the setting, and to have the same distance from the front edge, we need to type in 67 and save it. So that is one way how to do it. Another way will be, therefore I will set it back. Now we click here again and open the setting menu for this area, and we type in -1 again. Save it. Yeah, you see now it's set it back. If you use here, if you click here on the drop-down menu for the adjustable shelf and you use the group of folds, for the group of folds, it automatically takes the distance from the front edge here. Yeah, then you still have the distance of 37. Yeah, and here on the other area, you see there, because it's for the whole cabinet, yeah, that is the setup for the entire cabinet here. And it's changing everywhere. So, and here on the right area, we don't have shelves. That's why we don't have a group of whole. Okay. Now we figured out this and we go back to the rendered view and we're continuing with fronts, and therefore we go here on the front tab and here we add the left door, and we need to make sure that the inlay is here activated, and then we just drag it and drop it here in this left area. Yeah, sometimes it's not catching the area. You see here the right area is catched, but not the left. You can go with the mouse over the smart click, then the area is purple colored, and when you let it drop now, the right area is catched. And here for the right area, we want to have 3 draws, and we use here the Movento, and we just drag it and drop it here and here. And yeah, that is it for the bottom cabinet. And now we are continuing. Maybe we can do it later. You see here it's good that site is passing, but here we have an open shelf. If you want, we can click on here and set up a miter cut. We would only do for this if you like. All right. Now we set up the next cabinet, and therefore we go back to the cabinet tab, go on the drop-down menu for the cabinet, and we want to have the width like that, this width of the area is the same, yeah, that it's matching on here. So we do have here I'm using here a 19 millimeter set. I don't have 18 available, but what I can do is I click here on the 3 dot button. I think for you, usually on the beginning when you install TrunCAD, you can choose, do you want to have the 19 or 18 millimeter material set? I have now the 19, but I show you also how to load the 18 millimeter material set. Therefore, you click just on the 3 dot button here on the material menu, 3 dot button, and then the material set window is opening. And here you click on TC mat. That's for TC material. And you go in the TrunCAD 20XX folder. And here you see the TC material English, and you open it. You load it, I mean. Yeah, and now as it is loaded, I close this and I type in here 18, and we have now 18 millimeter material sets, and yeah, we can use them now. And I click here all parts of the group, and I just drag and drop this in here. And for the front, we use the same material. Here we are. So you see now also the area got a bit wider because the material, we have 3 millimeter more space. So you know now we have 18 millimeter panel. So we need to add to the 473 the 18 millimeter, and we click here on the cabinet tab, drop down menu for the cabinet, and type in for the width 491. The height is 800 and the depth is the same. Distance left, bottom and back we don't need because we attach the next cabinet on top of this here on the back. Therefore, we just drag it and drop it on here. So, all right, you saw I've made a mistake in the calculation, so it's 20 millimeter less. Therefore, you can't do it here. You can't calculate here, but if you click now here on the measurement, on the dimension for the width, you can use here also the equal sign, and you can say 18 plus 18 plus 473. Yeah, which is that's the dimension between the sides is 473. Yeah, you confirm it now with enter, and then it's calculated in the right way. And yeah, what we see here, the difference is because the default is with comes with 19 millimeter. So we need to click here on the material tab again, and we just drag and drop the 18 millimeter material set over here, and then you will see the distance between the sides will be 2 millimeter more. You see now it's the same. All right. So the next step will be that we go to the cabinet tab and we turn off the plinth and the plinth legs. Take out the checkbox. And here we are. So that is all right. That is also all right. But on the top, we click here on the smart click for this corner, and we want to here a miter cut for here and here. All right. And now we want to have here also no dimension, no division. We want to have here two adjustable shelves. We drag and drop in here again. And we click on here. Yeah, okay. So here we use also the group. Yeah, we don't set back. We don't set a row of folds back. But what we are doing is we change the offset of the interior to 30 and save it. So, and we change here to group of folds, and we have 5 folds. Okay, so, all right. Later on, we will add here also a glass. Or we do it now. Do we have here a glass? We type in here the filter glass, and we take out the checkbox of all parts of the group, and we just add here the glass. So now it's also transparent. All right. Then we go to the front tab, and here we just want to have one front, which is inlay and which has a frame. And we use here the left door, and we just drag it and drop it on here. So this front is coming in shaker style. So if we click here on one of the smart click for the front, the circle menu is opening, and we open here the setting menu, and the window is opening, and we scroll down, and here we can change the width of the frame, and here also the type of the frame. Type of the frame, it's number 7, shaker door. And if we type in number 4, then we got a miter door. Yeah, so here the frame has a miter cut to each other. All right, and for the last cabinet, let's say it's an open shelf. Yeah, we can add a cabinet again. We can also copy it and delete everything. So if we click on here and click here, copy cabinet, then the activated, the red cabinet will be copied. So you see here it's a bit longer, but that is okay. Why it's okay, I will show you. But before we click here on a smart click for the entire area of this cabinet and delete everything. So, and we have two options now. First of all, we don't want to have a side. That's why we click here on a smart click on the corner and delete the left side. And we click on the other corner, smart click of the other corner, and delete the right side. And we go back to the cabinet tab, and we go on a drop-down menu for the back. So it's actually the groove, and we choose no back. Then the back is disappearing. So, all right. Now we have two options. Option number 1 is we use the top and bottom panel as the open shelf, but therefore we need to click in here, yeah, and we need to figure out the distance of the bottom. Yeah, let's say 300. And would be smarter if we choose a height of this here. Yeah, we see here the height is 248. Yeah, then here we could say, okay, equals 248 plus 18. Yeah, we could do it like this. Then we also would change here the construction. Yeah, if we click on here and we say, okay, we let the horizontal passing, that is okay. Here's still the miter cut. We need also to let the horizontal passing. So, and here we let the side passing, and this is all right. Yeah, then the dimension suits. Here we would change here side passing. So if we let it drop to the bottom, I will show you. Yeah, you see here the cabinet is wider, but because of we have the setup side passing, it's actually on this corner. Yeah, so we can click on here and say also equals 248. So, and then we click on the smart click for this edge, and we use here angular. We need to click on here and use angular open. So that is one option. Yeah, another option would be we can also click here again and let it change the distance to bottom to 0. And here we change the height to 800 again. And I think in this case it would be easier because we don't need to calculate too much. We just click here on the division tab and add two horizontals. Yeah, they get the same shape, but we need to click on here and also need to delete the top panel and delete here the bottom panel. So, but here's still the gap. That is because of the side. Here we need to click on it and say distance left minus 18. So, and then we need to click on here and type in equals 18 plus 509. And then we can measure this point. Now we keep the control button pressed, go on this edge and here on this edge. And then we see the x and the y is 0 and just the z is 261.67. Yeah, then here, because that is just 10 millimeter thickness and this has 18 millimeter thickness, but the advantage is this is on 1/3 and this is on 1/3 and here the same. Yeah, so that is exactly on the middle here in the center. All right. Yeah, that is it. And last but not least, we click on the eye and we take off the smart legs, the dimensions, and also the smart legs for the areas. And if we click here on the yellow cube, we can also change the view. And we go to the material tab again. And we want to change the material of the handles. Therefore, we activate here all parts of group and all cabinets. And we use here the Egger U999, which is a black one. We just drag it and drop it over one handle. And all handles are now black. And also the frame should be also in black color. Therefore, we take checkbox off and we just drag it and drop it. On here, and all parts of the frame are now in the black colored material. All right. And now we click on the eye and turn on the roof. And if you want, we can set now a window, and we can also here change the material for the bottom. And you can go to the Room tab and click on the drop-down menu for the windows. And we change here the width. Now we keep the width like 2000, the height 1000. That's all right. We just drag it and drop it to the middle wall. And now we are pretty much well done. So last but not least, if you click here on the data export on the top right corner, you will get the cutting list. All right, now we are done. Thank you for watching, and I'm looking forward to the next time. So take care. Bye-bye.